Sunstone. So there's a lot of crystals. Many crystals have like different forms, and that's because they come in raw forms like the one on the right, or they come in like you can smooth it out. Also, depending on where you get them, a Chinese person is going to look different from a black person, but at the end of the day, they're the same person. So just like crystals, just like people, sunstone, and like other types of beings, other types of gorillas and monkeys and dragons, they all look different depending on the location, size, and different variant frequencies that their environment may put them in. So it's known as an alchemical stone, and this is some alchemy symbolage over here representing the serpent, different melodies and dynamics that life may bring forth. It gives us that solar plexus energy, fire energy, as represented by the sun, yang energy, Leo and Libra birthstones, and it's found in Norway. So with it, of course, being the sunstone, anything equated to the sun brings forth life, and it transforms different elements in our life. Same thing with fire. Fire can be hot or cold. Fire isn't just always hot. Fire can be cold in the sense that it can burn something down because it loves you so much, but at the same time it burns you down to bring out the heat in you, and that's where it gets cold. It gets cold in that aspect where it's like, man, you just like left me with nothing in a sense. And that's where the yang energy comes. We live in the yang world right now. Earth, the physical is the yang world, the spiritual is the yin world, and the sunstone represents the yang world. So if you're somebody who is very high in third chakra and the third eye chakra, and very high in like their crown chakra energy, sometimes you need to come down. A lot of times you need to come down because you came here for a reason. Like I mentioned in some of my other slides, you came here to experience a 3D world. So why not, ride it out and live it to its fullest? So if you're someone like that and you need to be grounded, you want to get a sunstone for that reason. It's a powerful aid to bring joy and positive feelings into our life. Strong solar energy embodies warmth, strength, and optimism, awakens cosmic consciousness, and releases stress to help with mental clarity. So, what all this means is, I can attest to this actually. When I had a piece of sunstone, I've rarely carried it around with me because even though I was so high in like my vibrational life every day, I didn't really need it because I don't know. I was just always just happy, and I always just like lived my life the way I wanted to, and that what gave me joy. But when there were times when I was down and out, and like I just couldn't do it, then I would have a piece of sunstone with me because it would give me that little extra boost or that that I needed. But I tried not to rely on it all the time, so I rarely like had it with me. Like usually like when I had my sunstone, I would just like keep it by my computer so it can like energize it and like keep up with the technology at the time, and so it would like give it a boost of of what's the word I'm looking for? So it would give a performance boost for my computer. Um, of course, it being connected to the sun, it's going to awaken that cosmic consciousness in you. It's going to help you connect with higher divine beings. Um, it's also, again, because it's such a zone for like happiness, it's going to help you release stress and help you see the clarity in your life. It's a good strong manifestation stone if you're in a positive light. If you're in a really good state, a good positive state, a good positive vibration, you're going to attract a lot of you're going to attract a lot of good things to you. And it's best for uh overall growth spiritually, overall spiritual growth. Fosters positive action, removes energy downing ties from people. Again, there would be times when it's like there would be times when I would need the stone because maybe there would be somebody at my work bothering me, and I know today it's like it's just I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. Like I'm just not feeling it today. Like I just I'm just not. I can't deal with this person. There's just too much going on. So I would take the stone with me, and I would just have it around me, or I would even put it in my locker, and I even have it on my person. And just knowing that it's, everything's gonna be okay and everything's around me, it made me tolerate things a little bit better, and it clears and energizes chakras as well. This is a piece of moonstone. Of course, with the sun comes the moon. It's connected to the moonstone. It increases your sex drive, your passion with that solar plexus sun energy. It teaches us to say no when difficult to do so. So I'm someone who is a kind-hearted person. I can't refuse to say yes at times. Um, at least at least the old me, I can say no a little bit better now. But I would use the stone for those reasons too, when it's like I know I'm gonna like be asked to do a lot of stuff today because maybe this is the day of work where someone usually calls off and they're gonna ask me to do something, so I would say no. You can't be available all the time. Just because the sun gives you life, it's not here half the time. Half the time it's helping other planets grow. Our planet isn't the only planet that, needs the sunlight. So sometimes the sun needs to say no to us and, let us fend for ourselves, and that's where the moon energy would come. I never had a piece of moonstone, but I will get some one day. I hope I do. Place next to your computer when advertising for business for added effects. So, when running my business, I would definitely have like I mentioned earlier, for added performance for my computer and for like, soul ties to engage in business deals and stuff. I would have my sunstone with me for that. And yeah, and that's it. Thank you for listening for my sunstone. Yeah, live well, live life.